One of the biggest challenges that MSLs face is gaining access to KOLs. You all know that feeling of when you send emails and it feels like it just goes into a void. Unfortunately, gaining access to MSL to KOLs is not going to go away. It's only going to continue to get harder and harder and require MSLs to think more creatively. I'm really excited today to be joined by a veteran sales professional with a pro tip that many MSLs are not utilizing to get access to KOLs. You guys definitely got to stick around and check this out. If you aren't using this technique already, you should be. And if you are using it, still pay attention because we're going to give you additional pro tips on how to leverage warm introductions. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Patrina. I'm the creator of Medical Affairs Strategy Hacks. This is a YouTube channel dedicated to helping medical affairs professionals demonstrate their value. Today, we are going to be talking about how to gain access to KOLs. This is one of the biggest challenges that both MSLs and reps are having today. And I'm really excited to be joined by Jeb Ruff today, who has over 20 years experience in medical sales and serving patients. Jeb, thank you so much for being here. Can you give us a quick introduction?
Oh, thank you for the invitation, Patrina. It's awesome being here. Yeah, so like Patrina said, 22 years in the industry. I've loved it since day one, and by all means, have had some challenges, but it's all learnings. And over the years, I've been able to help a lot of different patients with different disease states and work with different specialties over the years. And got to move around to different locations for different job opportunities, and it's been a joy. But I think important learning there, Patrina, is my success wasn't because Jeb did something. It's because of the resources and tools and the people around me, right? And MSLs are the most important tool that I have to help my business grow with whatever specialist I'm working with.
Yeah, I love that. That's so great that you, one, have this background and have so much experience working with MSLs. So let's dive right into the hack. The hack is about how to gain access to KOLs through emails. Just kidding. It's not about email because I know you guys are thinking we've tried that. It doesn't work. This is all
The
about,
magic weapon, huh? No
yeah,
one's ever heard of an email.
yeah, exactly. They're like unsubscribing from the channel right now. But it's actually around this concept of warm introductions. Jeb, give us an overview of what warm introductions are and why they are so powerful for gaining KOL access.
Yeah, happy to. And by all means, opposite of cold is hot, right? So warm leads are good, but let's aim for hot, right? That's probably a good place to aim as well. But no, so a cold lead would be simply these two individuals don't know one another, and you're trying to talk to them. Stranger danger, right? We grew up, and that's tough, right? It's tough to talk to somebody you don't know or you don't trust, especially when you're dealing with patients here, right? So a warm lead or a warm handoff is a friend of a friend or some type of introduction. This introduction could take place on email, could be on Zoom, could be face-to-face, right? That's the best. Face-to-face communication is always good in our world because the physicians, the KOLs that we work with, they trust when they see you, you are a real person and you can help their clinic, help their organizations, help their patients, right? Trust is built there. So did I explain warm and cold on that
Yeah,
one?
I
Okay.
think you nailed it. And you had a really great example of how you've helped an MSL with a warm introduction. Do you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, I would think back to a large organization, healthcare organization in South Texas. Access was difficult. And look, the sales reps have difficult times as well. And we utilize the same techniques that MSLs should use here. I mean, if we struggle getting in front of somebody, we have to be creative as well. Maybe we talk to other sales reps that get into that account. We know a friend of a friend. We met someone at church. We, met them online somehow and networked on LinkedIn. There is some way. There is somebody that somehow that can introduce you to somebody within that organization. So the MSL, we work closely. I always work closely with my MSLs. Like I said, they are a tool that can help when I'm not around. Or if my customers have difficult questions that is outside the package insert, outside my realm that I'm not comfortable with talking about, the MSL is there. right?
Yep.
But my territory is significantly smaller than the MSLs. They have a lot bigger geographies, a lot more customers. So it's tough, right? So as an MSL, I highly recommend reach out to commercial. Get to know your sales reps, build trust, build friendships with them, because we want to know kind of a little bit about you before we help you get in front of our customers. So in this particular South Texas story, large, high volume, important account to the company, MSL was struggling, and this important KOL was Uber. They were kind of guru of
You said
KOL
King
world.
King
King,
KOL, I
King,
think.
that's right,
Yeah.
King KOL, right? President of a large American Academy of something. I'm not going to say what. Um, but with a customer like that, Patrina, I mean, it's extremely hard to get in front of them. And,
Absolutely.
we recognized early on that it's just because Jeb gets to see them every now and then, I can't get the MSL in there, but who can, right? So I had a very strong relationship with another KOL within that same academic center, right? And so I was able to get the medical science liaison to provide value and work with my customer that I was very close with, because she was interested in certain type of research. And then it was like a warm handoff from me to MSL to doctor. And then that doctor introduced the MSL
Beautiful. That's
to
beautiful.
the King KOL. It took a little bit of time, right? None of this happens, in 1 week or time, but it was a beautiful thing, right? Talk about trust. Now a doctor is introducing, a work colleague, basically. They were in the same facility, introducing to the other KOL. So it worked out well, and that MSL was able to answer all the questions, concerns that they had, and a relationship was formed between the company and us. So it was great.
This is such a powerful story to show the value of using warm introductions, right? Especially with these top KOLs that you may be trying to access. An email is not going to work. You can't be like, Jeb, you said this earlier, I'm new, I want to help. They're not going to respond to that. And so the power behind a warm introduction is you're taking the trust and relationship that somebody else has and then leveraging that to get the introduction. So Jeb, when it comes to working more collaboratively with sales and of course in a compliant pat, you guys know what I'm trying to say here, manner. um, how do you recommend that MSLs can start collaborating more closely with their sales reps?
However they organize their life, right? For me, I'm a list builder, right? So if I would envision myself as a medical science liaison, I would probably have 10 sales reps or so within my geographic area, about, right? And so I would say, where are the I said patients, where are these sales representatives located, right? Prioritize which cities, which KOLs are more important, and start forming trusting relationships and partnerships with the commercial team, right? We
Yep.
are here to help y'all as well, right? Because we know when y'all are in our accounts, it helps us,
Yep.
right? It's just more face time of talking about a certain product or service or company, whatever it is. Y'all are helping. We are all on the same team here,
Yeah, that's a
right?
really good point. Really
By all
good
means,
point.
there's boundaries, right? There's compliance boundaries, right? But a warm handoff on Zoom, on email, in person, whatever it is, it's helpful,
Yeah.
right? Especially if you're frustrated. Don't just sit there and email somebody for 6 months. Something's not
Yes.
working.
Yep. So definitely be sure to start understanding who your sales reps are, understand what their needs are, right? Because if you don't want to go in and just ask them for an intro as well, right? You've got to build the trust there, and then you can start leveraging them and working more closely as a team to get access to these accounts and to maybe King KOLs, or also another really great application of working closely with sales reps is coming up with these creative approaches that are now required. Jeb, do you have one last tip or piece of advice you would give to MSLs that are struggling with KOL access?
Well, think of it this way too, Patrina, right? If the sales representative doesn't know much about the medical science liaison, like their training, where they came from, what's their approach, like what is their mastery, if you will, the sales rep can't credential you,
Mm.
If I can't credential you, the likelihood of me getting you in front of an academic or a KOL is very low. They have to have a good reason. It doesn't matter just because you're a medical science liaison means the doctor is going to see you. They want to know what value you're bringing into that account, in front of that customer. If I'm going to give you 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour of my time, or I'm going to go to dinner or something like that, or meet you at an academy meeting, I got to know why. And the
Yeah.
sales reps, we're good. We just need to get to know you and we can credential, right? We
Yeah.
know how to credential our medical science liaisons. So build trust with us, have fun, enjoy your job, right? You are truly the experts in your world and your research, but we got to be able to get you in front of our customers to make a difference.
I love that. That's a really great way to end this. Make sure the sales reps know how you can add value so that they can help you and you guys can help each other. Well, thank you, Jeb, so much. This was so valuable. We also have an article with more tips around warm intros. Check that out on the Medical Affairs Value blog. If you found this content useful, please be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks again, Jeb. This was so valuable. And thank you all for listening.